Oh, hello. Has that worked? I'm not sure it has, you know. Is it working? Yes, it is! Hurrah! Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first attempt of a Twitch stream with actual setup and everything. For those of you who don't know who I am, if you've stumbled across me on Twitch and don't know who I am on YouTube, my name is Simon. I come today with the angry Shibe. Looks proper and-eyed. Into my terrible living room. Full of hell and everything. We have a drink. I'm testing out, just playing a variety of different games, doing a variety of different things. So pop in the chat and say hello. I wanted to test, firstly, how remote play capture on a PC works with the PS4 for a live stream. So we'll see how we get on with that. And what better way to start than by having an angry argument with the dealer in Hand of Fate 2. I feel like I should probably try something. Oh, those are new ones. I feel like we're going to lose immediately, but we're going to dive between loads and loads of different games anyway, so let's get going. Let's go for the Hierophant. Let's do a recommend. There's no match for an expert player. That is fine. Just fill it on up. Actually, do a clear and fill. Go straight from the off. Let's go. It's been a while since I played this.
In better times, it would have been my card here, for guardian of knowledge and the protector of the gates of life and death. Now Callus sits that throne, and miscreants assume the position.
Da-da-da-dum. With Malekith's encouragement, what a few murders in the grand scheme of things. Very true. It's almost like Boris Johnson's playing. You find yourself sat opposite an opulently dressed leader of the Thieves' Guild. Oh, Theresa May. Or Priti Patel. One or t'other. Or one of the leaders. It's a shadowy organisation. Takes a sip of his wine, leans back to savour the taste. I'm scheduled to be assassinated. Oh. 3 nights until assassination. Oh dear. The new assassination has been determined, and so the tale begins. I believe the suspect is one of my own. With subtle nods, he indicates a bearded man, a woman with red hair, and a man with grey eyes. Borden, Rowena, and Grindon. My 3 personal silencers. Uh-ohs! One of them left me a note. When the candle's flame burns out on his last evening at the Mulberry Inn, the false priest will have his sins appeased. He points out the red candle in the fireplace. The assassin favours theatrics over secrecy, it seems. Okay, so we've got 19 clues we can find. Ask who he is exactly. I'm known as Father Galfrey. That's not my true name, of course. Keep track of accounts in this region. Although it was enough for me at the end. Okay, we've seen that already. Okay, let's go for... Borden is the eldest of my employ, a simple, nervous kind of man. I highly doubt that he would have the heart nor the finesse to assassinate me unless he has hidden his true nature all this time. I'd say you'd have to pour a few meads into him if you want to talk more. Okay. Rowena has been one of my silencers for a long time, and for as long as I've been in this position, long time indeed. Okay. Galfrey says that Rowena was in the 3rd Legion of the Empire Army. Okay. Rowena will always tell the truth for money. Oh, cheap night out then. Let's have a chat about Grindon then. Grindon's worked for him for a long time. Shock. He's prone to making the most preposterous claims, many of which are untrue. I'd be wary of his exaggerations when drunk. Okay, I feel like we've done alright. Retire for the night? Why not? Okay, where shall I go? Where shall I go? Let's go here. Cartographer. Travelling cartographer in the process of making the first full map of the Empire. Have we got... Yeah, except 2 gold. Why not? Okay, let's dive back here. Let's go up.
Once again, we return to the inn, seeking clues to save a life.
Nope, I
When
want
we
to keep
look
exploring.
into memories, so many things are left unsaid and clouded. Why this life? Why this inn? Can you reach the end of this challenge before you starve to death? Time will tell.
So smug. He gestures to a carpet. Oh. The Reeve, watch and listen. The Lord got wind that you're short on taxes, there would be trouble, says the Reeve. Mind you, I do like this rug. Bet you hand that over than all your stock, you would say. It's a masterpiece from the Eastern Belt. It's only really stealing if you get caught. Oh, I feel like we shouldn't be stealing, but sod it. Oh, they're all good fortune. I'm happy with that. Pocket your spoils and leave. I feel like we probably could have done more with that, but... God, we're already down to 1 food. We need to buy food. We've not got nearly enough dosh for some money. Got anything we want to sell? No. Is the answer there? Let's get some more food. Just in case. So into the inn. Into the LBRY inn. Find Galfrey as usual. Blah 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 blah. Scratches some numbers. One of many rolls of paper strewn across the table and glances up at you. 3 days until the assassinator comes for me. 3 suspects, how apt. 3 days to uncover the liar. We all covet gold, that's why we're in this business, no? If someone has paid a little high price for my head, there's little I can do. Galfrey says that the assassin will always lie regardless of their personality. But Rowena will always tell the truth when we pay her, and the other ones are like drunkards. Sod it. Let's go on a job for Borden. Oh, nice and quick.
You surely have a liking for strange bedfellows. Here you are, helping thieves challenge thieves, without a thought for their ultimate victims.
The Guild. Oh, so that would be from where we got the cartographer earlier. Okay.
One should always keep an eye on their belongings, lest little hands find idle work.
Disgust. We've been ambushed. Tendency of giggling and pointing at you. Defeat the goblins before they blow their horn to escape. Some highwaymen protect the goblins' thieves guild. What? No, 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 no. Don't throw everything at me. I'm not very good at combat in this game. Oh, hi. Thief. There will always be hands. Defeat the goblins quickly before you lose your goods. Oh. God, we're not doing very well, are we? Got you, little shitbag. Ha ha ha. We didn't do very well though. Oh, we really didn't do very well. Got some fame though. The goblins are colluding with the Thief Guild now. With the folks defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. Nice! Mercenary garb? We don't have enough fame for that. Humble hammer.
Humility is the beginning of power.
Yeah, let's have it. Works for me. Oh, we got some FOD as well. Nice. Onward. Suddenly a tree falls across your path, blocking the way. Weapons bristle from the trees. Oh, we're going to get attacked again. Give them all your gold. Attack the cowardly band for daring to threaten you. Ah, attack. Why not? There's our hammer. Nice. I like the way how I tried to make a beefy version of me that is not fat and just terrible. No! Stop it with the things. Thank you very much. Oh, trophy. Feet playing. Proof that I'm playing on PS4. Nice. And we survived. We don't have much life though. and they give you tough shit. You tried to attack me, mate.
A perfect showpiece, barely usable in combat.
Very true, dealer. We will not be equipping that. Thank you. Oh, love that though. More goblins. Oh, Christ. I don't think we're going to do very well here. This might be the end of us. How we diddle him. Schnauzers! Yes! I was slightly worried we were going to die in that one. But we made it! Dealer, be proud. You lose 2 gold, gain 2 fame. Well... Nice. Yes. That's a net win, actually, for us then. Great stuff. Keep exploring. Ooh, do we want to do a camp?
Good. Take this chance to review the clues you have learned so far.
Cook some food? Cook some more food? Perhaps cook some more food? Nom 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 nom. Let's do that for now. I don't think we've got anything that's worth doing anyway. Right, let's cook some more food. There we go. I'm happy now. Let's break camp and go, 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 go.
Assassins. I have little love for them. Less still for the criminal guilds that fill the cities these days. Bankers, thieves, assassins, merchants, kings. Each tries to use their power to control those around them.
Come on, Shibe. You and me, baby. You read the silence until Borden turns to you and asks you quite seriously, what do you think of the boss? Bowden trusts you a little less. At the port you're approached by a guy. Bowden tries to give him a sack of gold, presumably payment. This unusually pale pirate shakes his head no and pulls out a rusted bucket and his sword. I want blood, theirs. Refuse, no. You retrieve the crates Or sullen lamps and pile them onto your wagon before setting off. When you arrive at the drop-off point, Borden is seized with sudden emotion. I'm sorry I asked to give you blood. I'm a terrible person, aren't I?
The pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
Borden trusts you a little more. Okay. The boss always makes sure we get our cut. You can't ask for any better, really, in a guild of scoundrels like us. Crap. Yeah, I've got nothing to bribe him with. Bugger! Bid goodbye. I'll have 2 fame though, please. I don't feel like that's taught me anything. But okay. Into the LBRY Inn, find 5 at LBRY. Hope your job program was fruitful today. You are not dead with a knife in your back, so I presume yes. Talk about your goblin problem. Goblins from our guild? Their loyalty to the guild is tenuous at best. Here, take this.
So much folly begins and ends with crime.
Cool, we'll have that. Right, let's go with Rowena then. Okay, so we need to get there. Now I can buy with that, is there? Unless I could sell that, I guess. Sell it. Oh, we don't have enough fame. I like the look of that. Quite like that as well, to be fair. Oh. Oh, it's oh, okay, so that would actually... Mind you, we're not wearing a helm at the moment, are we? So for me, that's a buy.
Hardly elegant, but possibly effective.
Ooh. Leave. So we've now... I'm assuming we've equipped that. Yes, we have. Grand. I'll look extra spiffy now. Keep exploring. Nom nom nom.
Strange things still exist. Do you not see the beauty in this plant?
No.
True wonders still remain. Treat it gently.
Escaping mouth looks more capable of shredding you to pieces. Throw a piece of equipment to distract you the mouth. What should I expect to apply something suitable? Let's do the Thieves' Folly. Cool. Helpful.
And so we see the home of the Northerner, and his reasons for leaving.
Corbujon returns home to the village to partake in toil, the ritual cleaning of his people's ancient grave mountains. He invites you to accompany him. Ah! I don't have the blessing. Sorry! I didn't do the previous stuff. Hire Rowena. Need not travel far. Okay. Defeat all enemies before the timer ends to impress Rowena. Well, she's a moose. Oh, we've got some people on our side though. Juicy, juicy. Expansion of the Empire requires constant conscription of new blood. Use bash to open them up for damage. I mean, I'll just kill these whilst we muck about then. Oh, Schnauzer. Yes. Oh. Gotcha. Wah, wah, wah. Oh. Wah, 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 wah. Oh. For fame. Nice. She trusts you a little more. Good. You open the carriage door to see a woman dressed in silks, gems, clutching her son. Please, take this gold. He's just a child. Without a second thought, Rowena pockets the heavy pouch of coins from the weeping mother and closes a door on them. If he stares at you coldly. Through yourself to secrecy, Rowena trusts you a little more. What does she think? He sits in his finery counting coins. I expect he'll do so until the day he dies. I wouldn't trust him so much. He's in a guild of thieves just like us after all. Roasted apple. My family in the capital, do not talk to them. Oh, okay. Okay. So she's already killed someone beforehand. Juicy fruit.
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
I can't earn it because... Stoof. Entered that in. Tomorrow evening I may die. Why do you trust me? Even if you were to steal the ring from my hand, I could never truly be part of this guild. You don't have the heart for it. I've told Grindon to stake out the castle by the Moor Lake for any movement in or out. Okay. Oh, we've only got a couple of bits of num left. Worrying. Crap. I'd like supplies, please. Oh, you star. Thanks, love. Okay, what we go for? Should we go here? Goblins! Who else is joining them? Some highway thieves, of course. Of course, of course. Grr, arg. Oh, they're new. Silencer. Cut your throat or cut your purse. It makes no mind to them. Nice. Seem like a right happy bunch. Ah, crap. Oh! Okay, they have a long range, which is concerning. Gotcha, you little schnauzer. Oh! Oh! Strap it! Got you both. Oh, the other one still... I didn't realise there was 3. Haha! Got you right at the end. Oh. Tag team! Nice one. Ooh! Should have asked for longer life. Did it though? Goblins! Gained some fame. Unfortunately, your coins feel a little lighter. That's fine. Nice. I mean, we'll equip it. Reveal 3 encounters. Nice. Helpful. So for me, this then becomes a thing.
Here we begin to see the potential of cards based around fame. If you can force them from your deck and into your hands, you can begin to exploit their power.
Gained 8 fame, but can't do anything with it. Take a look at the map again. Berta's betting house, a death at them. Okay. So we're straight in. Straight in with the juice. How much? Do you know what? Buy that as well. Then we're good. Actually, no. Do you know what? Buy. We should have just bought. Stupid me. Because then cooking one will restore some life. Let's review the clues. Break camp. Let's get in. Despite having in the stakeout, Grinton happily talks quite loudly. You know, my sources tell me the lady is wanted for high treason. Would you like my autograph? Go on then. You allow him to scribble his name on the paper. He tucks it lovingly in your hand. Ooh, lovingly. Time passes, but no one enters or leaves. I've not seen you around here before. New recruit. I heard we didn't need any more recruits, that we were struggling to feed the males already. Tell me, what did you do to get recruited? The gaudy face blushes. Grinton trusts you a little more. Just romancing him. Or her. Grinton. Little else happens. You spend most of the day watching a dog sleep. You go, takes it rage. You take the cards to question him. Okay. Doddering old fool. I'm surprised he hasn't been replaced by a younger, more dashing guild member. He's gone soft in his old age. The other day he let one of the rabble go free after they mucked up a job. No thumbs chopped off. Nothing. Sugar spun swan. He needs family when I have so many devoted followers. Grinton says he used to be a famed actor. Okay. Let's do this.
A game of chance or two, perhaps.
You spy a ramshackle stall where some ramshackle people on the stall's rolling dice. Welcome, have a seat. Do try to spice cakes. I baked them this morning. There's a shout of victory. Play cards, play dice. Let's do dice. Bet 3 gold. If your third roll is the highest, you'll... Okay.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Oh, naff off. This isn't going to happen, is it? Oh, it is! Boom!
Victory. You are learning.
Oh, hey Beetlejuice. How you doing? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat at all. Roll at least a 6. Oh, no. Oh. It'd have to be that, wouldn't it? And hope that we get a 5 or a 6. Except die. Done. Cheaty, cheaty, cheaty. Don't care though. Gained 6 gold. Oh. In the process, threw off my slipper. Just joined, no worries. How you doing? Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Let's play some cards. Bet 3 gold again. Oh, I didn't keep an eye on them. Oh! Yeetasaurus. Let's leave. I'm happy with that. Russian system pressing a few roast chestnuts into your hand before you go. Well, I mean, okay. Oh, what's that? Bridge skirmish. Oh, I'm kind of pleased that I've not done that. Did you binge DTS Season 3 already? I'm most of the way through it. I find Drive to Survive really, really... I sit there and look at all of the liberal editing problems that it has. And then go a bit nuts.
A rotten priest and a rotten thief. Expend the effort to save him and watch thousands wail as they lose their hard-earned wealth.
I did enjoy the... if you know your stuff, it drives you insane. Yes, exactly. Also, I can tell where they've like they've got Ben Edwards, Jack Nichols, probably Will Buxton as well, to go back and like re-record bits of commentary that you'd never have happening, where they're like, oh, so I was watching the Grosjean episode and they was like, oh, Grosjean's up 2 places from the back. No one was looking at the back. Shush. So yeah, super annoyed. Also as well, I find that I don't know, the focus seems to be on really weird and random things. I appreciate that they were having to dive around in random races and do different things, but yeah, I was like, I don't think we are all... I don't feel like the entire series needs to revolve around
Right
Daniel
here.
Ricciardo, Carlos
You have things
Sainz.
to do.
All right, dealer. Lando Norris, with an occasional pop out from Bottas, Gunter Steiner, and so on and so forth. Who knew that Alfa Romeo even raced this year? Or Williams, or really Ferrari for most of it either. So yeah, poor Alex Albon. Right, let's enter at the end and see if we're going to guess the killer right. I think it was this guy. You watch ball roaming around the tavern. Finally eliminate the assassin before they eliminate me. However, I can't be responsible for what may happen to you if you honor my silence wrongly. Okay. Hear the death threat again. The false priest will have his sins. Right, let's approach Grindon. Drink of Grindon.
Nicely timed.
Thank you. Grindon drunkenly says to not trust the colour red. Okay. Other LBRY if you're offering. Yes! Guntersteiner bumbling around a paddock like a clown. Yes. Which is interesting for a rare. Don't forget what the series is built around though. Yeah, I know. And it, to be fair, they've picked all of the drivers who have got the most outwardly personable personality to make it dramatic. And I completely get the artistic license, but it still just kind of makes me go, We already know that. Oh. I feel like it's going to be Grindon. Oh, it was Borden. Oh dear. For failing to accuse the wrong suspect, Father Galfrey is dead. You've failed to win the gold token. No!
There's still a chance of completion, but no chance of perfection now.
Okay, let's go for it. Especially in a year that we had, there's so much going on naturally. Yeah. I know they were spoilt for choice as well this year. Whereas season 2, I felt like they were like, can we make a story? Can we? 2020 could have been a 2-season, 2-parter, I feel. Oh, hello. Silencer Bolden. I don't think we're going to survive this. But we'll give it a go. Oh, shit. Well, definitely not if that's going to be how we play. Oh, shit! Crumbs. Come on. Shit. No. No! We got all the way to the end. The dealer will not be impressed.
Now death comes to you. This story ends here.
Sad panda. So that is the Hand of Fate 2. As dead as Van Dorn's F1 crit. Ooh. The shade. The shade. Okay, let's just switch. You can see that I'm trying to do this vaguely professionally as I move from one thing to another. This won't go very well at all. Okay. Especially whilst I'm playing on... I'm trying to do stuff through the PS4 and it's quite difficult to kind of get it all sorted. In fact, actually, let's ignore the PS4. Because now I've proven that it works, I'm happy. I was going to do some Fuser. I might still come back to Fuser. Okay, remote play is disconnected. Grand. Works for me. I know what I want to. I know what I want to go for, and we're going to do it. Is there any chance you'll be reviewing the upcoming game Coffee Noir? Oh, I don't know of that game actually, to be honest. So I'm going to say no, just for the time being. But that doesn't mean that if I find out about it and I like the look of it, that I wouldn't have a go. If we get lots of people in, I'll come back to that for Jackbox. Oh, what's going on? No, I don't want Steam. No. I hate the Steam stuff so much. Exit big picture. Thank you. Okay, we're still streaming. Good. Right. Too much faffing going on. Let's get that there and close down the PS4. Thank you. Good. Get the Xbox controller in without causing myself drama and trouble. La 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 la. There we go, that's that plugged in, and then that will be going in there. Bum 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 bum. Rough. It is time. For hopefully and this is why we are not right. Does that work? No. Bear with me a second. I really, really hate There we go. We're in. Apologies for that. I am terrible at this game, by the way. Well, I'm terrible with the 80s GP cars. Professional production. It's problematic. Right, 20 laps. 12 races. I'll stay with Pro-Am. Qualify once. Let's do... So this is Circuit Superstars. It is currently in early access. It will be coming to consoles soon. Let's do Renvault because that's Zanvault. And let's be whatever that is. So we've left everything at 100%, but because the fuel and tyres go off quite quickly on the 80s GP cars, we should have a bit of drama. So the reason why I'm loving this so far, it will get quieter after quali, I promise, is that it's like having a Micro Machines The Sim, because you really have to drive and brake. And when it actually gets to the race itself, you'll have fuel and tyre wear and health. Ah! Come on! I feel I'm not taking optimal racing lines. Ouch! That went well. That didn't. Oh, no! Wah, wah. I think I'll stick to iRacing. Scoundrel! Back of the grid. Renvault, here we come. I bet we stay last. I can drive most of the other cars, but I can't do this one. I'm still salty with iRental. I don't like the feeling that I don't own it. And I also hate the fact that they sacked... Well, they didn't sack. They chose not to renew my commentary contract because they thought that they would go with more professional people. The other highlight is that I was co-commentating with Jack Nichols, who could not be more professional now if you tried. So, suck on that iRacing. Obviously they got it right with me, but you know what I mean. Yes. About 9 years later, still salty. Although I always found that with iRacing, those broadcasts were highly difficult to deal with, because I used to deal with the open wheeler stuff, and like people say, oh, they want Formula 1 and all of this stuff to be like the game because there's overtaking all over the place everywhere. The problem with those iRacing races, I don't know if they've got any better over the years, but it was literally a procession of lights to flag. No one ever overtook anyone. And then people would get the hump with me because I'd find a battle down in like 17th and 18th place, because that was literally the only battle on track. But they would much rather just focus on hot laps with the leading like top 10. I found that always bizarre, because I was like, we've already seen 50 onboard laps in this race where no one is battling because they're all just 1.5 seconds apart, running them just in a train. Find me the battles, please. Ooh. Juicy. Okay, we've albonned it to 4th. Doing liberal corner cutting. Oh, I don't think we're quite good enough for a top lot. F3 is a shit show extraordinaire. Aww. Why is that? Oh, I don't do F1. Hang on. I'll have to actually try and read chat when I can. I'm coming into the pits this lap. Oh, shit. Or do we want to try and just one stop it if we can? Because fuel will work. Tyres will be absolutely crap though. Now you can see they're now really struggling for tyre grip. So am I. We're through. Podium. It's really squirrely. It's got really squirrels. So squirrely we fruit and nutted it. Come on the power, on the power. Right, I'm in. Got it. I think that's enough fuel. One stop for pasta Simonado. I found actually, because this game is in early access, the AI, although they're much better at tyre wear, they basically run until their tyres are zero / they run out of fuel, whatever happens first. So you can, like 20, this is an awkward one because you can't quite do it, but if say like your tyres, you could pit on like lap 7 and lap 14, and the amount of time that you gain, an undercut in this game is really powerful. So long as you can then get the clean air and traffic to make it back again. If you're going to do an extra pit stop. Yeehaw! Take that, Moreno. Not even Roberto. Alright, baby. Ooh. We're in the lead. But only just. I do Indy Pro. I'm super looking forward to IndyCar this year. Actually, I've been slowly getting back on board with IndyCar. Such a good show. So I do F1 and F2. I don't do F3 nearly as much. I keep like a casting eye on it. I really enjoy BTCC, British Touring Cars, Britain, obviously. Rite of passage. I do enjoy IndyCar. I also enjoy Formula E. But Formula E it's turned into like a weird curiosity. I find the actual racing to be really frustrating, but I always find it intriguing in a weird kind of, a bit like when your weird like uncle comes to stay and they're like eccentric. They're like, hey, I bought some herbal tea, and you're like, this is fine for the once, but I couldn't live off it. Oh. Ah, sorry, I've just thrown my floor. That was the chat. Being thrown on the floor. I was trying to keep it going. I'll pick it up in a sec. Sorry, Beetlejuice. Okay. Oh! And of course, the AI are going to get a tyre wear advantage over me now, I think. Quite a bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! We got this. We got this. Last bit. I think we've got enough tyres to get round. We've done all right. Final lap. Low fuel, low fuel. We're okay. We can coast, if need be. Oh! We can smash a barrier if we want! Problematic. Choo choo! An actual win. Phone in one piece? Yes. Bring back that chat. There we are. Welcome HigherPlainGames to the chat room. I was here all along. What have we got? F3 Formula Renault 3.5. I thought Formula Renault 3.5 had finished last year. Or am I thinking of something else? The driver. Yes, the tracks. It's the tracks that are awful. In oh, they've added some new stuff. Good. It's the tracks that are the problematic issue for me in Formula E, because it's like, I know that they're stuck with what they can / can't actually drive around, mainly because they're trapped in a city. But oh, I just find it really not fun to drive on. Right, collisions, stay on. We'll keep that at that. We'll do one more race and then we'll jump game to something else. The idea of this stream is just to be mucking about, doing different stoof. To Maple Ridge. Ooh. Smells like a Ferrari to me. Completely forgets how to drive. Notice how these tracks like resemble. This is blatantly I want to be Bahrain. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. I feel like I might not have the right difficulty setting for this one, because the 80s GP cars are the hardest ones to handle, whereas these are quite skiddly widdly. Never mind, at least it'll be over quite quickly if I do win. I'm gonna win, aren't I? Okay, we'll do a 2-stop challenge. Or actually no, we'll do a 3-stop challenge. That's the way to make this one exciting. I get a funny feeling I might burn the tyres that badly that we'll have to multi-stop anyway. Oh, shit. Bahrain. Turn 6. I am chewing these tyres quite quickly though. So clearly speed versus being dainty on the wheel. I ain't dainty. Okay, we'll pit next time around. Ouch. Oh. Meow. Some silly vote. Boom. I really like the way how this handles though, because it does feel like you're really having to wrestle a car, and you do have to brake or at least come off the throttle around corners as well. I really like it. It just it needs a whole lot more tracks. I'd love to see weather in this game as well. And it's got online multiplayer as well, which I've had a few races on, and actually it's been quite good fun. Whoopsie! Bit of an arsehole move, but never mind. Oh! Whoopsie! Didn't mean to do that, but come see, come saw. But my tyre wear must be so much better at the moment compared to these guys. That's why I'm able to kind of get double bubble on them. There we go. Some are pitting, some aren't. Depending on how well they've done. Oh, you can do multi-class in this game as well, which I'd imagine would be very confusing. I've not really done it so much myself, but I've seen others do it. We will pit next time around. Meep, 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 meep. Here we go again with that undercut. No! Stop looking at the chat. Don't think I should make that third stop. I've not pulled out nearly as much of a gap as I thought I was going to. Then immediately starts pulling out a gap. That'll be the only thing I'll be winning today, methinks. What type of game should we go for next? I was thinking of setting up a Circuit Superstars little mini league. We can do like an esports event on it once it's all up and running with proper selection of tracks. But it seems like I thought we was going to have up to 12 people playing online. It seems that you can only do up to 6 in a race. Maybe that's just in the beta or early access. But if they could get it up to 12, that would make esports silliness viable. Can I make the wheels go? Yes! Yay! 0. Okay. Oof. Big oof. What do you think of that one, Shy, mate? So grumpy. Yes. Okay. Let's change the game. The game is changed. What do we fancy? What do I fancy? Ah, I was just about to go, oh, I'll play Accelerate, but that's under embargo until the 30th, so I can't do anything with that. But let's just say I've been playing a game this morning where you have to drive around with an egg on the top of your car and make sure that it doesn't fly off. And it is rage-inducing, although it stops before it gets ridiculous, which I've half appreciated and then was half like, Okay, what we got next on our little list to play? I wonder, actually. I wonder indeed. Let's test out something that's actually high intensity. I'm sure there's like audio cues before we get anywhere with anything. Right, game capture, come on, I don't want that. I want... any full screen application. Right, I'm hoping you're seeing some Raceroom on your screens. I'm not great at sim racing. Ah. Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Actually, I know what's the worst that can happen, because I had a daily race on this earlier, and because I drive with a controller and not with a wheel, the tyre wear on this is shocking. But hopefully we can not be disgraceful and stay on the lead lap. We'll stay on the lead lap. That's my thing. Okay, we're in. We're in. A little bit of setup. So because I am on stuff with a controller, I always find that I have to change that around, and then I'll also... I said this to Definitely Zero always gets angry with me because I'm like, I need to have the field of vision up, because in my head I can see more in front of me. Back of the grid special, here we come. Oh, even the AI is just like, no, Simon, no. Okay. So I'm probably, on a good lap I can get probably a mid 48s. So we won't be at the front of this grid, we'll be at the back. For Le Quali. Should have had a drink, shouldn't I? Never mind. Let's go with that for brake balance, just to see how that works. Go 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 go. Yeah, when it comes to the race, I'll need to be less aggressive with my turning than I need to. Or than I have done. Oh, go fast. I need to be less sorry on that corner specifically. Brake just after there. Nice. Car didn't feel like it wanted to go round too much. I brake quite early for this. And take quite a tight line in. Oh, that's a bit too tight, Smith here. Build myself up. I'm sure there was an apex there somewhere. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, I'm surprised that let us keep that. Better. Way wide, way wide. No, 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 no! Couple of minutes left. See how we get on. Probably 2 more runs at this. No, tyres are too hot. Go on, Munoz rather. Someone's done a doody. I've left it too late now to come in for tyres, so... Oh, shit. Uh-oh! Problematic. Just my cushions. You can actually see my beautiful chops. Cool. That's right. We're good, and we're still online. This makes me happy. Not a terrible twitcheroo, I must say. Race monitor. Who else have we got? There we go, that's what I wanted to see. Oh no! So in the race that I done earlier, that Mar guy smashed into loads of people and took us out, and then he overtook me on the very last corner on the very last lap. Because off, like, not broadcasting it, but because he's called Uwe Mar, I was like, ooh! That's why it's stuck in my head. The pain is real. Okay. What we got? 10th. I'll take that. Actually, that's quite a decent enough time for me. I should probably be 13th. Not 10th. But I'll take it. "27 laps? Feels like a lot. Let's do that. Because we're in the rookie stuff, I can't really do anything with the tyres or anything, which just means that I can't dial out the fact that I am controlling and just generally not living my best life when it comes to finesse on the steering. Also 200 ping because we're broadcasting, so I'm really sorry everyone. Be quite likely that I'll be at the back anyway. Wish me luck. Glah, glah. I'll have that. Oh, I could see him going for that, which was why I was like, just... Oh, Hal's in trouble. Oh, someone's round. Trouble! That was not my best move. I'll have that for now. Oh, how? You were like the fastest guy. Why are you down in 7th having a struggle bus moment? This will come back to haunt me though because my tyre wear is atrocious. So, second half of the race, all we'll be doing is just going backwards. Ah! No! He's going to do the same thing, isn't he? Yeah. Thanks for that. Wanker. Like, he'll end up ahead of me anyway unless he does driving like that, but... problematic! What have we got here, then? Alright, yellow's cleared. We're starting to be caught back up again by everyone. Oh, it's bar being lapped. Okay. Ooh. Let's come off the throttle there. That's going to leave us vulnerable. Go on, Grazzini. You've got this, mate. Through you go. I'm not even contesting that. He's... Ah! Uh-oh! It's so not often that I lap anyone. I can't remember what to do. Sorry, Mr. Barr. Graziani. Portobello mushroom. Ooh, that's not good. Driving like a vegetable. Run. Oh, he's in trouble. To really pull off there because I wasn't sure where he was going to go. P7. Totally undeserved, but we're here anyway. Let's live the dream whilst we've got the tyre wear to do so. If not the speed. Clearly. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm starting to run into the problem that I had last race, where I can't get the power down out of that final corner, and it just leaves me absolutely lemoned. No. But I could see it coming. Oh god, it's Ma. Not Ma! So Ma must be like, oh, not this dude again. Oh, just. Yeah, he knows. He knows how problematic I was last time. Or he was as well. Yeah, he's going for it. I get the impression he's going to actually... Yeah. Where's Grazie? Oh, there he is. Ah! Oh! Oh, shit. Bumper cars, does whatever a bumper car does. Is that Warren guy off again? I think they're going to be done by Volt soon. Ah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Smart through as well. We must be like, thank God this isn't the last corner in the last lap. Which was where he got me last time I'd raced here. You just see how I can't get... There's no grip for me on that turn out of the corner, so I just lose everything down the straight. Mar and Vought can have some kind of coming together, that would be wonderful. So I think Munoz is going to have me in a minute. Oh, what? God. It's all unravelling! We'll be on the lead lap though, because they're starting their last. Oh, Grazzini's disqualified. Is that going to put me into 10th? Yes! Munoz, don't be cruel. I want my 10. I want my 10. I want to finish where I started. I'm not. Ah, no! No! That's exactly what happened last time! No! Well played. I tried to stay to the inside and it just didn't happen. Oh, my life. Okay. Still on the first page. I'll take that. I do love Raceroom. Such a good game. Do we do another one? Do we do another one? Do we not do another one? No, Brands Indie. I shall leave that for now. Okay. Back to the banner. Getting the hang of this. Slowly. Oh dear. Okay. Right, so we've done some PS4 stuff, we've done PC, one to other. I'm quite happy with that. The only thing that I've not been able to test in this specific stream is old connections of retro stuff, which I was going to try out in a different thing. So I'm happy that that's a little mini test. You guys will take care. I'll catch you on another stream, hopefully, once I've just done some extra little bits and bobs and some fun. Now, if I hopefully, does it let me test the follow? No, it doesn't. Not whilst we're live. Never mind. Okay. Right. Toodle pips. Bye-bye.